Sure, there's always breaking news, hard news and sad news that we have to fill you in on all year long. But there was a lot of good news too. So here's a look back at what happened in 2025.
The year started off with a leaked video about a case that has gone unsolved for 4 years. Stacy Wandra, a person of interest in the disappearance of then 5-year-old Michael Vaughn of Fruitland, seemingly confessing to police to knowing where Michael's body was buried.
I can't. Can you turn the camera around so I can show you?
We're flipping around right now, Stim.
Michael's mom and a family friend say they leaked the video, adding she was tired of not having any answers in her son's 2021 disappearance. Michael has never been found. In February, during a Republican legislative town hall in Coeur d'Alene, a woman was pulled from her seat and dragged out by 3 men in plain clothes at the direction of Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris. That moment was caught on cell phone video, and those men were later identified as private security guards. It all happened after the woman allegedly shouted a question to the panel. The security company has since had its business license revoked in the city of Coeur d'Alene. 6 people were ultimately charged with crimes ranging from battery to false imprisonment. A poster hanging in a West Ada middle school became the center of a debate across the country. Sarah Inama, a history teacher at Lewis and Clark Middle School in Meridian, says she was asked by her principal to take down a "Everyone is Welcome Here" sign that had been up in her classroom for 6 years. Inama said her principal told her the sign violated district policy against displaying personal opinions.
I was told a couple things: that everyone is welcome here is not something that everybody believes. So that's what makes it a personal opinion.
It prompted a movement across the country. Community members showed up at school board meetings in "Everyone is Welcome Here" t-shirts to show support for Inama and the message that everyone is welcome here. Over the summer, West Ada passed a policy that aligns with a new Idaho law, which bans public school displays from promoting political, ideological, or religious views. Inama eventually left the district. In March, the world's best skiers came to Sun Valley to compete in the FIS Alpine Skiing World Cup at Bald Mountain for the first time since 1977. Spectators saw Michaela Schifrin win gold in the slalom, and Lindsey Vonn snagged her first podium in 7 years, placing second in the Super G. She'll compete in her 5th and final Olympics next year. Big news for one of the biggest pieces of land in Ada County. Boise Pro Soccer broke ground on a brand new soccer field at the former LeBois racetrack at Expo, Idaho, and signed a 30-year lease. Crews will also renovate the grandstands and the turf club. It's expected to be ready by the inaugural season in March of 2026. The city of Boise and the community came together in April to celebrate the Boise Train Depot's 100th birthday. The station closed to passengers in 1997, but still hosts community events and even weddings. Now, while that celebration was happening, another was happening more than 1,700 miles away in Green Bay.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty was drafted 6th overall by the Las Vegas Raiders, making him the highest ever Bronco drafted into the NFL. And he wasn't the only Idaho player to go off the board in the first round.
The Chicago Bears select Colston Loveland.
Gooding High alum Colston Loveland was taken 10th by the Chicago Bears. A tragedy unfolded in Coeur d'Alene in late June. 2 firefighters were ambushed and killed responding to a call for a wildfire. The suspect was later found dead. A 3rd firefighter was shot in the back and continues to recover. In June, Boise's first professional soccer team brought thousands of fans to their new home at Expo, Idaho to reveal their name, Athletic Club Boise, a nod to their Basque roots and investment in Idaho. The team will kick off its inaugural season in the United Soccer League in March of 2026. They'll play at the former LeBois Park, which is undergoing major transformations to become one of the best fields in the league. A stunning development in the Moscow murders case. Just months before his trial was set to start in Boise, Brian Koberger took a plea deal, pleading guilty to murdering 4 University of Idaho students.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
In exchange, prosecutors took the death penalty off the table. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. During victim impact statements, victims and family members were able to speak directly to Koberger for the very first time.
You tried to break our community apart. You tried to plant fear. You tried to divide us. You failed. Instead, your actions have united everyone in their disgust for you.
After 10 years, the largest bass festival in the U.S., Hialdi, made its way back to Boise. The city hosted tens of thousands of people for week-long festivities, including dancing, food, games, and a sports night. The next High Aldi will be in 2030. In October, federal agents raided a Wilder horse racing arena as part of an FBI investigation into illegal horse racing. 400 people were detained, including children. 105 people were arrested based on their residential status. They were taken to jails across Idaho, Utah, California, Nevada, and Wyoming. Several have since been released, while others remain in custody. 5 people were ultimately indicted by a grand jury in connection to the alleged illegal gambling operation. Then came the news the community of Fruitland had been waiting for more than 4 years. A warrant was issued for Stacy Wandra, charging him with first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and destruction of evidence in the disappearance of 5-year-old Michael Vaughn. Wandra was already in jail in Arizona when those charges were filed. He was brought back to Idaho in early November. A once-in-a-lifetime experience for Boise State and Bronco Nation. A trip to South Bend, Indiana to take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, a date that's been circled on calendars for more than a year.
Welcome back to Notre Dame football on a sizzling Saturday at Notre Dame Stadium.
The Broncos kept it tight through halftime, but fell 28-7. Several Idaho cities will be under new leadership in the new year, including Nampa, Caldwell, and Garden City, after local elections in November. Overall, more than 28% of Idahoans came out to cast their ballot. Hundreds of people waited in the November cold as Idaho's first Raising Cane's location opened in Meridian. The chain, known for its cane sauce, has a simple menu and a big fan following. Soccer fans turned up the heat inside the Egyptian Theater as AC Boise unveiled their home jerseys. The jerseys pay homage to the AC Boise crest and centers around the Peregrine Falcon, Idaho's state raptor. The color of the kit, black or raptor shadow with Basque Pride green. Despite a less than stellar season, the Broncos found themselves back to back again Mountain West Conference champions, beating UNLV at home for the 3rd straight year. It's extra special as it's Boise State's final year in the conference before moving on to the Pac-12 next fall. And for the 18th consecutive year, you helped Idahoans in need by donating more than 50,000 pounds of food and tens of thousands of dollars to local nonprofits through 7 Cares, Idaho Shares.